Hi guys. Um okay, so I'm just going to get right into it. Um I wanted to get this video out last Monday. But I made the video and honestly, it's almost an hour long and it's mostly just me about 15 or 20 minutes talking about what I actually want to talk about, and then other 35 or so minutes just me beating around the bush. And I'm happy I didn't upload it because I'm just not confident in it and I want it, and I'm re-recording it because of that. But here's the bottom line. We need to talk. Now, I'm sorry if I come across a little bit abrasive, but there have been some things happening in the channel that I've been noticing, and it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. I'm just not satisfactory with it. First off, something I can be extremely happy about is I've gotten, the last time I checked, over 270 subscribers. I honestly cannot thank you guys enough. It has been wonderful to do this, and that is being said within the past few months. Like 2.5 of those months was some kind of hiatus period that I just didn't upload anything. And at some point I streamed a little bit, but it was like once a week, which I'm still doing, funny enough. But here's the thing. I got, let's say, it was roughly about 55 subscribers total on my channel as of, was it September or October? It was around 55. That is when I officially came back with the Patreon account, with the whole Patreon thing announcement and all that. And that is when I actually came back. That's when I came back to YouTube off of that huge hiatus. That's when I came back and I started doing YouTube again. And it's honestly quite interesting to come back and still see a small amount of people interested. And I noticed people were interested in a few specific series. I kind of saw a pattern, if you will. But I kept doing what I wanted to do. Making Let's Plays, reactions, things like that. And I just kept doing what I wanted to do. By the start of, was it 2020? I believe it was 2020. Or no, it was 2021. No, it was I think it was 2021 now that I think about it. That I hit 100 subscribers. That was a big deal to me, and I could not be any more happier. And I check I've been keeping an eye on my subscriber count, like most channels do, honestly. You just keep a check on the analytics and things like that. However, at some point, I went on hiatus again. And it's interesting because I tend to go on hiatus a bit, and it's just more or less just kind of sudden. But with that happening, I imagined my subscriber count to drop quite a bit, actually. Pretty much back to where it was, if not lower. Mostly just because when you don't upload, people start getting disinterested, and I expected that to happen, I'll be honest. On the other hand, it went up, and it went up, and went up. And currently sitting, I have about 275 subscribers, maybe close to 280. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't looked at it as of yesterday, so it might be a little bit different. So once again, I can't thank you guys enough for sticking around, and to any newcomers who are finding my channel, I hope you're enjoying the content. I'm trying to get stuff out as it comes. It's just IRL stuff. Reality is getting in the way very heavily, and I'm trying my hardest to work with it. With that being said, I need to address a few things on the channel that I've been noticing. I've been noticing some patterns happening on the channel. When I first started my channel, it was mostly focused on Let's Plays, book recording, like audiobook recordings, which I've kind of fallen off that track. And things like reviews, like anime, video game reviews, things like that. The audiobook stuff, that's kind of dropped off. I do kind of still have a want to do it, but not as big as the other stuff. With that being said, the reviews, I still want to do those. I did a couple of like I did one VTuber review, and I did some other review thing, or not so much of a VTuber review, but kind of more of an explanation, I guess. I don't know. But I want to try to do reviews. Like I did the VTuber explanation video, and it opened my eyes to how I could do them. If anything, that video was just to see and to show me what I could do with that type of video. And granted, that was pretty much mostly unscripted. I had a few bullet points in that video that would remind me to hit on, but nothing really, no real script, honestly. Now, the Let's Plays. I tried my hardest to keep those going. I tried my absolute hardest to keep those going. And they never really saw any recognition, which I understand. You're a small channel doing something that's not really already got a big community. You're going to struggle. And I tried making big projects, and those kind of just fell. And it resulted in me putting a hiatus on the Let's Plays. The last time I did a Let's Play that wasn't streamed or anything was Link's Awakening. I believe I'm at episode 9-ish, I think. 9, 10 maybe. And honestly, I want to get back to doing it, but I don't know. But before I talk about anything more, I need to address something. I've been noticing something happening in the channel that while it does make me happy that you guys are enjoying it and wanting to see more, actually wanting to see more, I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with what's happening with my channel because of it. The reactions. I stopped doing reviews, let's plays, pretty much everything entirely, as long as it wasn't a stream, and pretty much put most of my attention into reactions. Now that's not a bad thing, because to make a reaction is a decent amount of work. However, I kind of see it as cheap content. And I'm sure whenever I say it like that, I'm going to anger some people. But it's seriously just put up a camera, put up a episode or a video or whatever you're about to react to, and just film yourself. And while that's not bad, that can give some good content and kind of give almost of a real-time review, like a real-time first-time review. It's not good. When I started the Kobayashi series, episode 1, I think I even mentioned it in the video. I wasn't expecting a big outcome. I was expecting an outcome, don't get me wrong. But at the time, I hated reactions. And there was only one other channel, really, that I would watch reactions from. And even then, those reaction videos from that channel were so few and far between that I would watch. He'd do them a couple times a week. He'd upload a few reaction stuff a couple times a week. But, a few times a week. But I would see like one, maybe two, maybe like a couple, like maybe even 3 or 4 out of a month. I'm not a big fan of watching reactions. They're just not my thing. And I know a lot of people might not be happy with that, but it's just my personal preference. To hear you guys and to see you guys are loving the reactions tells me that you guys want reactions. So I'm going to give you guys reactions, okay? I'm not stopping them. I have no intention of stopping them whatsoever. What I have an intention on is slowing down. I don't know what I'm going to try. However, I know that I'm going to be returning to my roots while staying in the present. So, for anyone wanting reactions, you will be getting reactions still. Do not worry. If you want to keep giving me recommendations for reactions, that is perfectly fine. I've had a couple recommendations already that I've actually put down on the list. So, keep giving me recommendations. I will definitely put them on the list. However, I'm going to be working on other videos as well. Things like Let's Plays, maybe even some reviews. Honestly, I've had a lot of plans come up that I want to do, but because a reaction video or something is going to be uploaded soon, that takes up all of my editing time, all of the thumbnails that I'm making. That takes up so much time that I just don't have time to upload. So here's what's going to happen in the future. Like I said, I'm going to be returning to my roots while staying in the present. I'm going to keep giving you guys reactions, any of them you want. Just make sure to put them in the comments of the reaction video so I do see them. But I'm also going to be doing things like Let's Plays and reviews. I'm going to try to start doing some reviews, just little ones, so I can kind of dip my toe in the water before I jump into the pool, if that makes sense. However, with Let's Plays, I'm going to become a lot more serious with that. If you know, and I'm sure you guys do because you guys see it on the channel, I've been streaming Pokemon Shield with Xerath Farron recently. Every day on Sunday at try to shoot for 2:30, 2:33 EST. Try to shoot for those times, but it almost never plans out. We're either a little early or very late. But I'm going to be focusing more on Let's Plays live. So in my free time, I can focus on reactions and reviews. But while I'm in my free time, I'm going to be just basically streaming. So here's what's basically going to be happening with those streams. If I want to play a game, I'll just stream it. Now, I will have a cutoff period, that being about 10 o'clock my time. Why 10 o'clock my time, being Eastern Standard Time? That is very late for where I am. My mom and dad are both... I'm currently living with my mom and dad. And they both knock out at 9. 9 at 8 at the earliest. At the latest 10:30, 11 being generous. So if I'm playing a game and being loud and rambunctious, I'm gonna get some complaints. And with them, things are gonna happen that's gonna cause me to go offline suddenly, if you know what I mean. So, and I'm working on alleviating that problem. But as of right now, that's a bit of a problem I can't avoid. So I will try to shoot for a little bit a 2-3 hour stream. So if anything, if I see it's 8 o'clock, I might, depends on what I'm doing, I might. But if it's 9:30 and I'm playing a game, I probably just won't. If I do, I'm going to be no mic, and I've already tried that in the past, and to focus on the game and focus on chat and like type in chat while playing the game. No, I'm not. It's very frustrating to have to concentrate on multiple different things. It's a lot easier to just be focusing on the game and glance over at the chat every so often and like answer a question or comment on a comment. So, and I'm going to be, now that I mention all that, I'm going to be reaching out to some people. As you guys know, I do not have an editor other than myself, obviously. But that's a little bit expensive for me right now. So maybe if I can work out like some kind of like friend discount or something. I doubt it though. I already had one of my friends try to do it, and the price was already a little high, at least at the time. That was like 3 years ago. But plus his editing style was a little bit different to mine. And things like thumbnails, I'm still going to be making my thumbnails for my videos. For my streams, however, I'm going to be looking for someone to make those thumbnails. Now, as much as I announced that here, I will be looking myself. I will be reaching out to people like on my own. If people reach out to me, then I will not reach out to them until I've done some research. So, like, I'm trying to be professional about this because I'm trying to do good at this. I have a freaking Patreon that I'm trying to make this a job. I'm trying to make this almost a career, if that makes sense. But it's very strange right now at this point. So, bottom line of this whole announcement video is I'm still going to be doing reactions. I'm still going to be reacting to videos and such. If you want to leave a reaction or if you want to leave a recommendation or something, leave it in a reaction video comments. Try not to leave any unrelated comments to it. Like, try not to leave any unrelated comments about one video in another video. I've seen that a little bit. Like I've seen in some of my Let's Plays of like, you know, hey, when are you going to be reacting again or something like that. And while I understand and you guys really want to see it, it's like, the way I see it is, it's like bringing up a streamer in somebody else's stream. It's just not great etiquette, really. Like, I'm putting work into one series and you are asking about a different series. I'm happy you are. I really am happy you're asking for more of that series. But I would appreciate it if you didn't try to take the focus off of something. If you want to make a joke like, oh yeah, he's just as excited as he was in this one episode, that's fine. But if you're like, hey man, love the video, also looking forward to the next episode of this reaction, like, can you maybe not? And I know I'm going to make some people mad in this, but I mean, I can already hear like my tone of voice and the words that I'm using, that I'm coming off as a bit abrasive. But I just need to put my foot down. I and this kind of all started about me. I was talking with Uneven, was it Saturday? I think Saturday night. And or no. It was 2 Saturdays ago, I think. Cuz was it last Saturday we did? Yeah. I think it was last Saturday we did that. So I think it was 2 Saturdays ago I talked with Uneven. And we were talking about just random things, just catching up more or less because we haven't talked in like months. But we were just kind of catching up, and we were talking about the videos and the feedback we've been getting. The Uneven Citizen videos, the collab stuff we've been doing. We were talking about that, and he happened to point out some of the views that I've been getting and some of the feedback I've been getting. And he noticed, I think it was every single one of my reaction videos were top of the board. Every single one. Now, I'm extremely happy about that. Do not get me wrong. But I also put some work into other videos, and to see work being put into a project that's just kind of shoved to the side, it hurts. I'm just going to say it outright. It hurts. It hurts to see something you put work and effort and time into to just be shoved across the it's like making a it's like back in school, or if anybody is still in school, it's like making a project for a teacher, putting it all together, putting time and work. You put in at least a couple of weeks into this thing. You've had at least 2 weeks of a deadline. You put all this time and effort and put all of it into it, and then the day it's due, you're all ready. You're not worried one single bit. You are confident in every single piece of that project. You hand it to the teacher. He checks it over and goes, "Yeah, pretty good. I kind of like this." And then just shoves it off. Doesn't shove it off the table, or else that'd be really rude. But just kind of shoves it off and, shoves it off to the side with the other projects. Barely gives it 20 seconds. Looks it over and goes, "Yeah, it's pretty good. I like what you did here. All right. Next." That hurts. That hurts. Now, granted, my videos don't take 2 weeks to make. In total time, they probably take about 3 days-ish. Due to recording, editing, making the thumbnail, and uploading. So kind of more like 3.5 things due to the thumbnail, because the thumbnail is extremely easy. Although, except for the Cali reaction videos, I've noticed those thumbnails take a little bit more time, but I'm okay with that. I know people are going to be angry or disappointed or irritated by what I'm saying, but what's happening is happening. And as much as I hate to give you guys a depressing or angering or disappointing message, I need to put my foot down. I need to return to where I wanted to be, not where you guys wanted me to be. As much as I hate to say it like that, I wanted the channel to be like something, and it has progressed into something that I'm not I don't have negative feelings towards it, but I don't have positive feelings towards it. I can see myself slowly turning into a reaction channel, and I don't want to be that at all. So, before it gets out of hand, I'm putting a stop to it here. To anyone still watching, thank you for your time, and I'm sorry if I angered you at all. But, like I said, I need to put my foot down, and I need to do what I want to do this time. So if you guys could allow me, can I be a little bit selfish this time? And I guess I'll see you guys later, where next time I'll still be doing reactions, but I'll be doing things like Let's Plays and such else. I'm sorry, but I have to. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you next time.